I'm Lizzy with Long Distance Gamers, and today I'm going to be doing a solo playthrough of Sub Terra 2. So solo playthrough, you're basically just controlling either 3 to 6 characters, I think is yours. I'm going to be doing 4. We're going to be trying to go in, get this artifact, get out before we get eaten alive by lava. So let's go ahead and get started. One more quick note, this is the retail copy of the game. I was a backer, but you know, when I could get the retail copy, I did because of uncertainties. So now I can play it. I'm very excited to get started. So the first thing we do is each character has a few different actions that they can do. They can reveal, move, explore, heal, handle an item, or attack, all for 1 action. For 2 actions, they can move 3 times, or they could dig an adjacent tile. And of course they could lose 1 health to get an additional action. And they all have their own like special abilities. The priest is, you know, very healing. They can revive someone. They can purify a tile. Archaeologists, they tend to like to explore a bit. Sapper, they can throw grenades and they can destroy walls. And Rogue is just very fast and they don't set off traps. So every time they'll do 2 actions. 2 action points, I should say. And then they will roll the die. Then we will have all the guardians do 2 actions, which is either move to the closest explorer or take a life away from them. And then we will move the volcano once. And we'll see how that changes throughout the game, but that's basically how it goes. So we'll start with the priest. It'll be our first, and we'll just go around. So we'll go priest, we'll go boom and boom. Another note, I'm not using the bag that came with the game. It's just a touch too small. So, boyfriend donated one of these. So yay, okay. And then when you put them in, you just have to make sure you link to the room that you're in. If there was another room here, I would not have to link to that one. I could. But maybe I want to have a little bit of options. No, I think I'll just have the option to go further down. So I'll come down here. That'll be my 2 actions. I will move this die. And that is activating all the traps, which I wish there was a code on the back, but there is on the very back thing. So we have the hazards. So yep, trigger traps. Okay, so that was his turn. Now we have the archaeologist. We'll just go ahead and move. We'll go ahead and move over to here, and that'll be 1 and 2. Okay, then that was theirs. They could, you know what, they're going to go ahead and exert a life so that way they can draw. And normally you just get to draw the 1 tile. But since we're the archaeologist, we have a choice of 2 tiles. Oh, joy. Well, I think we'll just do the guardian, and we'll put the guardian off that way. See, it doesn't have to link to that one. Instead of the poison dart. And then this just goes back into the bag. Okay, now I'll roll the die. Traps will go off. That poison one would have gone off in each direction, so I would have gotten hurt. So good thing I didn't put that poison trap out. Okay, so Sapper will go ahead and come down here, and we will go ahead and exert as well. Ooh. Not fun. So this one, if you enter it, you have to roll the die, and a 4 or more you avoid it, but then if it triggers, you get 3 damage, and that's not fun. Okay. So that was their 2 actions and exertion. Okay, so this one is we're spawning a guardian. So it will go to the nearest one if there's a choice. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this one's the nearest one. So it spawns right there. Here we come. We'll just lay it down. Okay. So the rogue, they have a movement of 2 for their sprints. They can move 2 for 1 action. And then they'll just go ahead and come into this room. They'll go boldly. They will go even though they only have 3 health compared to everybody else's 5. And uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. The Guardian tile. So this is no longer a viable area. So hopefully we do not spawn a Guardian. No. So I did not exert myself. If I would have exerted myself, I would have lost the health. So if you exert yourself, you lose a health. And then if you roll this after you've exerted yourself, you lose another health. But that did not happen. Okay, so we're at the end of the round. New round begins. We're going to move the Guardians will have 2 actions, so they'll just move twice to this person. If they had another action, they would damage them for 1 health. Thankfully, that did not happen. Okay. So then we will go back to the priest, who, so they can do this. So they choose a tile that is not your current tile and destroy all enemies on that tile. So he could choose to exert himself to just completely destroy this, which I don't think that that's really the best use of his time. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll just have sprinted over here for 2 actions so we can start coming down here. Oh, well, maybe he should have, because that just cost them a life. Okay. Archaeologist. Okay. They will move over for 1, and they're going to go ahead and move down for another. And again, because they can draw 2, they will be able to draw 2. Oh, I really want this key, but I think we need more options to move. And we'll just hopefully not roll lava. So that will come right here. And we will roll again. Okay, so if I would have exerted myself, I would have lost the health. Thankfully, I did not exert myself. Okay, so the sapper. So they have the option of fighting the him, or he could move out. He could still move out. It will cost him a life just to move out. So we might as well, while we can, attack the Guardian. 4 more is successful. Holy crap. Okay, I think I just... Is this die just... There we go. Okay. So... I like that better. Let's just keep that. No. I don't really like that, the way that this side is rolling. So their first action will be to fight them. And we successful. For some reason, this one just... I don't know. I like this one. This one's rolling. Well, other than that. So yeah, we'll just use that die for now on. Okay, so their first action was to get rid of the Guardian. Then they can choose to do another action. So what they're going to do is they're actually going to just move over to here. So that way they can start... Actually, they should probably, instead of doing that, they should probably move over to here. So that way they can start coming closer to these guys. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, all the traps go off, so if anyone was standing here, they would be taking 3 damage. Woozers. Okay. And then the rogue, so they're going to spend 1 action to move 2. And then another action to move 2 more. There we go. Oh, and that I moved down at the end of last round. All the traps trigger. Guardians would move to activate twice, and Volcano goes down once for the end of the round. Okay, so priests, they're going to go ahead and move into here, and then they're going to go ahead and move out here, I think. Okay, so that was their action. We get a little key here. We need the 3 keys because this will come out at some point in time. And we have to have the 3 keys to be able to get our actual artifact that we want to be able to get out. Okay, for the sake of game board space, I'm actually going to move this over here because we can't move past this while we can move down. So, no, because then that would make challenge. I was going to say, we don't really have a whole lot of space, but yeah, that would make a challenge of coming around here. So, yeah. So, it stays the way it is. Okay. So, they did their 2 actions. So, we would have one of the rooms collapse if we had one of those rooms out, but we don't. Okay, so Archaeologist. So, they're going to choose to move out here and draw 2 because of their power. Okay, so they have that and a trap. So, you know what? They're going to do the trap one simply because it will make it so that they can move down here more. And they're going to do their second action to move down. And key or one of these rooms that collapse. So, even though I moved an action to come down here, this room starts collapse, so I couldn't move in it. And we're going to want to do that because otherwise we are very limited on ways we can go. So we pretty much need to do this. So I am stuck right here on a trap I should have done with the lava. That's okay. Okay. So there we go. That was Archaeologist, so we will go ahead and roll, and the trap goes down, so, owie! Okay. Sapper, they're just gonna, well, looks like they're just gonna move 3, so 1, 2, 3. On the lava. Which activates, so they lose a health. Okay, so now it's the rogue. So for 1 action, they can move over to here. They're not going to have to worry about this trap, at least. And then they're going to exert themselves to dig this up, essentially. So that way we can get through. Okay. And traps trigger. So both the sapper and the archaeologist will have to take a health loss. But the rogue doesn't have to worry. Oh, you and other explorers on your tile, actually. So the archaeologist did not lose that health. Thank you, rogue. Thank you for the alert. Okay. So the guardians would move twice. Volcanoes move down. Back to the priest's turn. So the priest is going to spend an action to pick that up. So that they now have a key. And then they will move 1. Okay. And then they need to roll their die. Fire. Oh, okay. So the sapper has lost their last. And the priest. Okay. And there we go. So the sapper is down. Down for the count. We can get health back, though. Okay, so archaeologist. They're going to just move down here. And then they're going to move out here. And they get to draw 2. So hopefully they are not both dead ends. They are not both dead ends. Okay, so we'll definitely choose this one, because otherwise this one would have a collapsed tile on it. Okay, and the archaeologist. Okay, if he had exerted himself, which he did not, he would have lost the health. Okay, so the sapper, all that they can do is crawl. now. That's the only action they can do. So they're just going to go ahead and crawl to be with the rogue. So maybe the rogue can spend some time healing him up. Okay. Yep, that's all they can do. And then they have to roll the die. So the Guardians would be doing an activation. Oh, crap! I forgot. Oh my goodness, when we reveal a tile with these would be here. We would have had quite a few. Oh, you know what? For simplicity's sake, we'll just say that they're both with him. So the Guardians would have attacked him just now, and he would lose 2 health. Which is not good. Okay, that was the Sapper's turn. So the Rogue... he actually might want to move over here for 1 and try to destroy one of these Guardians for 2 and exert himself. Okay, one of the Guardians is gone. Unfortunately, that's it. Okay, and then we roll the die. Guardians attack. Well, they're going to obviously be attacking the priest. They're both going to be down for the count soon. Oh my goodness. Okay, Archaeologist, you need to do some healing. That's what you're going to have to do. Because that was the Rogue's turn. So the Guardian's going to activate twice, attacking both of them. If at any point in time all of them are down for the count, then the game is lost. So we are really close to losing the game. And this will move forward. Okay. So, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to heal myself twice. Just so that I'm at full health before I come back up here and have to deal with that. And I'm spawning another Guardian closest to me, which is right here. Okay. And then the Rogue will move. Or the Sapper will move. The Guardians will both move. The Rogue will move. Another Guardian is spawned. We are not doing so good right now. Okay, and then they will both do 2 movements, or 2 actions. Okay, so and that moves 1. So, as the Archaeologist, I'm going to go ahead. Okay, that got rid of that one. Going to move over here, and I'm going to exert. Actually, instead of attempting to do that, I'm going to give the Sapper back a health. So that way they can hopefully get rid of some of these. Okay. So that was the Archaeologist's turn, and fire would go off, so they would take a damage, but hey, they are already damaged. Okay. Okay, so the Sapper will go ahead and spend 1 action to throw a grenade into here, and it will destroy this. Usually, it would take a damage. The Rogue would take a damage, but it's already at 0 health, so it can't. And then it'll spend its second action to go ahead and attempt. And no! Okay, that's okay. So then we'll roll this. Traps will trigger, so they will lose their last health. And so will the Archaeologist will take a health. Uh-oh. Okay, so the Rogue's going to go ahead and move. That's all that they can do. They didn't exert, so they don't lose a health, and they don't have any health left to lose. Okay, the Guardian's going to activate twice. I'm hurting. And the volcano's going to move. Okay, yeah, that was not bad at all. Not bad whatsoever. Yeah, totally. Okay, so the priest is going to move. Fire would go off. Okay. Archaeologist. Well, they're going to get rid of that guardian. They're going to get rid of that guardian. Yes, they will. Awesome. Okay. And that was all that they could do. Room will collapse. Oh, no. Okay, 5, which we are on a 2. If it was on a 2, we would have had to collapse the room. Everyone would have taken 5 health, so the game would have been lost. Okay. So then the sapper could just move, but they're already with the archaeologist, so that would not make sense. Fire would go off. Okay, rogue's already with the archaeologist. Spawning a guardian. No. Okay. So the guardian's going to move twice. Volcano's going to move. Okay. Priest can't do anything other than move. So the archaeologist is just going to spend their time giving health back to the rogue and the sapper. That'll probably be the best action that they could possibly do. I'm spawning another guardian. No! Oh my goodness. Okay. So the sapper can go. They can just spend an action to destroy this. So that's yay. And then, you know what? They'll be nice and give the priest a health. Yeah. That'll work. Fire would go off, so we're good there. Okay, the rogue is going to go. You know what? They're just going to focus on getting a health for them and getting a health for the priest, so that way the priest can exhaust themselves to heal another explorer 3, which would be nice. Okay. So then they'll roll the die. Traps go. Yay! The rogue protected us all. We cannot be hurt by traps. Okay, yay. Stand back up. So the guardian is going to move twice. This is going to move down. We lost a lot of time with that health. Okay, so the priest, they're definitely going to exhaust themselves to give to give the archaeologist 3 health. Okay. Oh, gosh. Well, dun dun dun. I just lost the game. So, we have officially lost, but let's just keep going on just for kicks and giggles. Let's pretend that we did not roll a 2. We rolled something else just to see how the game plays out, because yeah, you want to see what actually happens, right? So then the archaeologist will go. So they're going, hey, I'm going to get out of here. So they're going to move, and they're going to move. They're going to get out. So they get to draw 2 tiles. So a guardian, which we don't want. And another cave-in, which we don't exactly want, but that's better than the guardian. Oh! But the cave-in will prevent me from being able to move in there, which that's okay. It's okay. We can live with that. Okay, so now I roll the die. Fire would go off. Nothing. So sapper, we're just going to go ahead and spend an action to destroy that. There's no one in there to get hurt. And then we will go ahead and move over to here. Ah! And that'll be it. Fire would go off. Okay, rogue, they're going to go ahead and move. And do they want to exert themselves to dig this off? You know what? They're just going to reveal this, I think. Please don't be anything bad. Okay, it is a trap. Dart trap. So the rogue will protect us from that. Okay. The guardians will now go ahead and move twice. And the volcano goes down. Okay. So now it's the priest. The priest wants to get off of this tile. So they're going to go ahead and move one. Well, and they'll just heal up for another one. So that way they can exert to give the sapper 3 additional health, which would be good. Okay. So a guardian would activate. Not come out, but just move. Okay, so archaeologists, they're going to go ahead and remove that for 2. And they're not going to exert themselves because they don't want to be in that room. Traps will go off. We're all protected. Thank you, rogue. Okay. So sapper, they'll go ahead and come over to here. And they'll come out here. Oh, hey! They found another key. They can't pick it up unless they want to exert themselves, but they would lose their last health and then take the action, so their turn would end before they even got to take their action. Okay, so let's see what happens. Fire. That's a nothing. Okay, so then it's rogues. So they'll move. And you know what? They will just reveal because they don't want to just walk blindly into something. Okay. Okay, poison darts. And we're going to move it this way so that way we actually have an opening. If we close this off, we will have to go all the way back up to here. Well, although the sapper can demolish an adjacent wall, so they would be able to get out. But they can only do that 3 times. But still, that's a nice get out of jail free card. Okay, so that was the rogue. So they're gonna activate. Woohoo! Guardians will move twice. Volcano moves down. Okay, priests. They're gonna go ahead and exhaust themselves to give 3 health to this sapper. Okay, and then they will roll the die. We're spawning a new guardian. Closest to you is right here still. Well, hey, at least it'll take it a while to get to us. Okay, so archaeologist. They're gonna move, and they might as well move again. And I think they're gonna exert themselves because them being able to choose their tile is helpful. Ooh. Trap or a bridge. This bridge will make it so that only 1 person can be on there at a time. But that's better than possibly taking 3 damage for that trap. Okay. So roll the die. Fire. Nothing. Okay, archaeologist just went, so sapper can go, so they're going to pick up this key. So they have a key. And instead of them having to go all the way around, they will actually just destroy this wall for an action. So that way they'll be able to come out here and they can link up with everyone else later. Or maybe they'll just all come out this way. Who knows? We'll find out. Fire. Hey, I'm okay with that. Okay. So then it's the rogue, so they can move for 2, but they can't do that. So they'll go to move, and they'll go ahead and just go straight out. Why not? Kicks and giggles. Okay, so fire. We will try to make this line up down here. So they are in there. They would have been able to move, and then reveal out here, but this can only have 1 on that bridge. Okay. So a room is going to get We have a 4, and we only have a 2 and a 6, so neither of the rooms collapse. So that's good. Okay, so Guardians will move twice. Volcano. Okay. Priest. They'll go ahead and move. And move. That way they're out of all danger. Traps go off, so the archaeologist is the only one hit. That's okay. We're okay. I'm going to go ahead and come out here, and I get to reveal 2 tiles. So here's one that will link up with that, and 2. Do I want to be able to move? Because I could do this. Yeah, I'll just do this. We don't want another collapsed room. We're almost, once we get through this many more tiles, we'll be placing this out. So even though I lost, we can still see how it ends, right? Okay, so that was the archaeologist. I don't think they rolled the die. So Guardians will activate. Okay, so Sapper, they have the key. They can move anywhere, so they're just going to go ahead and move out to here. Okay. Oh. Shoot. That was the rogue. Well, they'll still move and then move. So they'll be on that trap. Okay. And a new guardian spawns. Yay. And while this is closest, there's a wall there. So there isn't a close spot. Okay. So that's still the closest, actually. Okay, so that was the sapper. So now the rogue can go. So, you know what? They're going to come over to here. And move down to here. Okay. We are on some fire. Okay. I didn't exert myself, otherwise I would have lost another health. I should probably be exerting myself a little bit more. Okay, so Guardians activate twice. Volcano moves. Priest's turn. And they're going... So they're just going to book it. So go 1, 2, 3. So they'll be on this space. And... Woot woot. Collapse. 4, which is not out. If it was a 6, this room would have become collapsed and the Guardian would have been removed. Which would be all too nice for us. Okay, who was that? That was the priest. So the archaeologists, they're going to go ahead and come down here. Okay, so they have a bridge or this trap. Well, they kind of want to get with everyone else, so they're going to chance it. They need to get a 4 or higher. Awesome, they avoid the trap. So they're going to try to come out here now. If they wouldn't have avoided the trap, they would have gone down. They would have lost 3 health, which would have incapacitated them. And then someone would have had to come rescue them, or they would have had to spend a long crawl to get back home. Okay, so we're definitely going to do fire. So they are now safe. We're going to have lots of guardians at the end, though, unfortunately. Okay, so traps go off, so the rogue protects the rogue and the priest. But unfortunately, the sapper's all by themselves. So they can do nothing. Okay. So that was the archaeologist. So the sapper, they'll move down here, and then they'll move out here. Because why not? we need to be getting these tiles out. Okay, it's a bridge. So no one else really can come on this tile as long as they're there. Okay. They didn't exert, so they don't lose another health. Okay, Rogue's turn. They're gonna come down here. So they can't go out there. And then they'll just go ahead and come out here. Why not? Because there's probably... Oh, hey, no, there's a key. And the Rogue does not have a key yet. So, the Rogue can pick that one up. Yay! Okay, so Guardians go twice. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so they'll go this way. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. And whoops. Oh, I don't think I rolled the die. We got a new Guardian. Dang it. Okay, 3 of the 5 possible Guardians are out. Okay, so now it is the Priest's turn. So, you know what? He will go ahead and move. And then he will move. Well, no he won't, because this is a collapsed room, which we'll place it like this. So we can go out. And this is now collapsed. Okay. So that was the Priest's turn. All the traps trigger. So there's no one adjacent to this. This just affects this room. Okay. And Archaeologist. So they'll spend their 2 actions removing the rubble. Actually, I think instead of doing that, they're going to heal the Priest twice. Because the Priest can give a lot of health. And they kind of need health. Room collapse. 6. Yay, that helps us. So we will go ahead and put this out. Okay, so Sapper. They could continue out this way. They could destroy this wall. I think they're going to reveal out this way. And then decide. Well, unfortunately they're not going to be able to do much of anything. So, well, they could exert to move that off. But I think they're actually going to go ahead and destroy this. So that way they could come join their friends, or they could come join him easier. Okay, and if I would have exerted, I would have lost another health. Okay, so Rogue's turn. They're going to pick this up. And, you know what? They're just going to heal, because they don't want to come into here with the fire. And what's going to happen? Well, if they would have exerted, they would have lost the health. Okay. So Guardians will all move twice. So we'll move, 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 move. They will just remove this and then move. So that slowed them down a little bit. Okay. So then it is the Priest's turn. Oh, and that goes down 1. So they'll exert to give 3 health to the Archaeologist. So the Archaeologist is at full health again. Yay! Fire. Well, you know what? Never mind. Okay, so the Archaeologist, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go ahead and remove this for the 2 now. And these will go, so there'll be a choice, so they'll just move them down to here. Okay, so Sapper, they're going to move down here. And then destroy that one. We have another collapse. Where is our die? 5. The one that we just spent 2 actions to remove. Not nice. If it was 6, it could have just destroyed this guy. But instead, gotta spend some more actions. Okay. So that was the sapper's turn. So the rogue is going to go ahead and move over here, exert themselves to be able to remove this. And spawning another guardian. Well, still the closest one. Okay. And so we reveal a lot more tiles with guardians on them. Okay, so that was the rogue. So guardians will move twice. This will go. Okay. Okay, so priest's turn. So they're going to move. And they're going to move. Okay, so this is a nothing tile. We're going to move there. Okay. So spawning another guardian. Okay. And then... Okay, then that was just the priest, so the archaeologist. Oh, man. They're going to move, and then they're going to exert themselves to move again. Simply because we need to get these tiles out, because we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles left. Okay, so there's a cave-in or a cave-in. So he actually will stay right there because that cave-in's going to happen. Okay. Okay, so Sapper, they could spend their last demolish to get into here. I think they're just going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 to just join everybody right here. If they would have exerted themselves, they would have had to take another health. Thankfully, they did not exert themselves. Okay. So then it is the rogue's turn. So they can move twice for 1 action. And then they will just go ahead and move and reveal for a second. Uh-oh. Spike trap. So we'll see if it triggers. It does not. But now we'll see. Okay, if I would have exerted, I would have lost a health. Okay, so then that's the end of the round. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is the same. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And volcano. Okay. Priest's turn. You know what? I'm just going to spend a couple actions healing because we got these guardians all coming. I have a funny feeling I'm going to need to be healing some people. Okay. If I would have exerted, I would have lost the health. Okay, so archaeologists. 1, 2. Guardians will activate. Sapper. Okay, so they're going to go ahead and move. And then move. And a guardian is going to spawn right there. They're going to exert themselves. Try to get rid of it. That landed. Cockeyed. And hey, we got rid of it. Okay. And then we need to find out what happens. So fire goes off. No one's on fire. Okay. So rogue. Where is my rogue? Oh yeah, here. So they'll go in and move 2 for 1 action. And then they'll just come out here. We're going to need to move this stuff a little bit. Okay. We only have 2 more tiles, so, well, they're actually not going to go out there. We're going to have a collapse instead. Okay, and then what happens? They would have exerted themselves, they would have lost the health. Okay, guardians move. Okay. Okay, the priest is going to exert himself to give the sapper 3 health. And hopefully that does not come back to bite him. It does come back to bite him. So we'll go ahead and we'll take it from the priest. Okay, so the archaeologist, you know what? They're going to try to spend an action to get rid of them. Yay. They're going to move, and then they're actually going to move and explore. There's only 1 tile left. Okay. And Guardian is spawned. But unfortunately, I need to turn it this way, I think. Okay. So that means that this is going to come out. It should be furthest column away, so it should be like way back here. But it's essentially the exact same. I'll just put it here to remind me that it's actually out this door. So that way the sapper can't bulldoze it out. It is the furthest row, not makes it the furthest away, right? Let's just double check that. Should be, yeah, so it'd be furthest down. So yes, it'd be on that side. Okay. That was the archaeologist. So do they want to exert themselves to try to get rid of that? Yeah. They're going to exert themselves to try to get rid of that. Thankfully they do. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Dang it. Okay, so sapper, they're going to go ahead and move, destroy, which is going to cost the archaeologist a health. And then they're going to exert themselves to move again. And because they exerted themselves, they lost the health. Okay. Unfortunately, we all have to go through this trap to be able to get to the inner sanctum, which really is rough. Because we're going to have to go through it, possibly trigger it, go through it again. Okay, so that was the sapper's turn. So it will now be the rogue. So actually, I'm going to move and move. Even though I could move in here, I'm going to make it so that that trap doesn't trigger for us. And if I would have exerted myself, I would have lost the health. Okay, that will go down. Guardians are really close on our tail. Really close on our tail. So the priest, they're going to move and move. And another guardian's going to be spawned right there. Because, yeah, that's the closest to him. Archaeologist would have to take a damage to be able to go away. So they're going to... Okay, so that got rid of the guardian. And then they're just going to move again. Okay. And let's see what happens. No! Why do we keep spawning a guardian? Can't we just get rid of them? Okay. So that was the archaeologist. So the sapper, they're going to go ahead and destroy, move, exert, destroy. Ah! Shoot, where was that on? Was it? I don't remember. We'll say it was on 12. Flames go off. That doesn't affect anything. And rogue, well, they could go down here. So they'll go down here. They'll turn their key in. They'll exert themselves to come back here to protect everybody. And the guardians will activate. Okay. So you're welcome, everybody. Remember that happened. Okay, so the priest is in here. So he can turn in one of his keys. Oh, well, first, we need to move that down. So yeah, so then the priest can move in there. And then, you know what, he's going to heal. So that way next turn he can exert and give some health back to these people. Okay. If he would have exerted, he would have lost the health. Okay, Sapper will come in here, drop off a key, which will cause this to go. So, we can remove these keys. They're not needed anymore. So the Sapper could exert to move into here, but I'll just... Traps go off. Thankfully, he has protected us. Okay. So it's the rogue's turn. He can move for 2, pick up, but then he'd have to exert himself. I think it would be better for him to just heal 2. Thankfully, he didn't exert himself. Okay, so the guardians are going to move twice. This is going to move down. Okay. So, priest, they're going to exert themselves to give the archaeologist. Okay. Actually, I think they're going to exert them. No, archaeologists, they're closer to loss of health. Okay. Yeah, so then they'll... so the priest is going to be crawling now at the very end. Okay. So the archaeologist is going to move into here. And they're going to exert themselves again. Okay, that ended all cockeyed. Okay. And they had exerted themselves for that. Okay, and they'll lose. So thankfully, he was chosen by the priest. Okay. So Sapper... They'll go ahead and heal them. No, they'll heal the priest twice. So that way the priest can do his thing. Okay. Now the rogue is going to move, pick up, exert himself to move back to this trap. Okay. Now we flip this over. We're actually going, because we've angered them, so we're going to be rolling both of these. So the traps would trigger twice. Woohoo. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and then it's the end of things, so they're going to move twice, and that's it. Volcano's going to go down twice. Okay, so priest. They're going to come exert themselves to do that. Okay. And then rolling the dice twice. Okay, so they're going to spawn another guardian, and it's going to activate. Great job. Okay, so now it's the archaeologist's turn. They're going to fight this guardian. Awesome. And then they're going to go ahead and move. Actually, they're going to go ahead and heal. Okay. They did not exert themselves, thankfully. Okay. Sapper. They're going to go ahead and destroy this guardian for 1. Then they're going to exert themselves to move 1, 2, and 3. Collapse. Oh no. 1. This room's collapsed. That's not too bad. Okay. So that was the sapper. So the rogue, he's just gonna book it. So he's gonna go 1, 2 for 1, 1, 2, I think, or 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2. For 2. If we could get the sapper to come up here to blow this wall out, we would be able to have a nice full, easy access to go up there. Okay, so guardians would activate. I would lose health if I had exerted. Did not. And we will move the volcano twice. Okay. So now all the... Oh, the priest is lying down. All the priest can do is crawl. Okay, someone might want to help the priest. Except the archaeologist doesn't want to go down there. So the archaeologist will go ahead and heal itself twice, I think. Oh, well, before that goes, the priest needs to roll. Spawn, and we have a collapse. Oh no! Oh no! The sapper has lost all health as well. Okay. Ouch. Okay, so instead of doing that, the archaeologist is going to dig twice. It's going to be their turn. We're going to spawn another guardian. Rogue might just want to book it out however they can. About the sound of it. So yes, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They need to have 12 actions. So that's going to be 6 sprints. So that's going to be 3 turns unless they exert themselves. So okay. That was just that was the archaeologist's turn, right? So the sapper, they're just going to move 1. Okay. We start spawning another guardian, which is just the closest one to us, which is now way over here, which means we're going to have to fight that guardian. Uh-oh. Okay, well, let's just get real close to it. So the rogue's going to go 1, 2... and then move. Or no, they're just going to heal. Because they don't want to move onto there just in case we have a collapse. Okay, just spawn another guardian. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So this is actually the closest. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We are so in trouble. And then traps spawn. So nothing happens. So, okay, so they're gonna... Oh. But now we do that. Move this one twice. This one's gonna move and clear the rubble. Actually, that goes to the closest active. So yeah, so one of them can move and clear the rubble, and then one will just move in there. Either way... Okay, so the priest is just going to crawl. spawn and everyone activates. So the archaeologist takes a health. Oh, thank you so much. So we're going to try to fight one of these. Lost. Fight another one. Okay, well I got rid of one. Ooh. Okay. Probably should have... Archaeologist is down for the count. It is all up to the rogue. All up to the rogue. Okay. So that was the archaeologist. The sapper is just going to move and roll twice. We're going to have a cave-in on 3. Yeah, it's already caved in. Okay, so then it's the rogue's turn. So they're going to go 1, 2. One, two, what, well, just, yeah, just the one, I think. We're squishy. Okay, so there's a cave-in and flames burst. So 5 happens right there. So I don't think we'll be able to even crawl into there. Okay. So they're going to move, and we're going to get attacked once. Okay. Owie. Okay, so the priest, I really hope... Okay, we're going to get another cave-in at 4. That's already covered. Okay, so then the archaeologists... Oh, wait, no, the priest wouldn't have been able to move. They would just... Okay. And then the archaeologists, they're stuck. Traps go off. Flames. Okay. They can move. The rogue takes another attack. I think we lost again. Because in order for me to leave these, I have to take a damage for each one. So that's not going to happen. So, we shall see. Okay, got rid of 1. Did not. So, now they're going to activate twice, which is going to hurt me twice, which is going to knock me down, and I am out. We are all out. So, that is... We lost. We have been forgotten. Well, we were forgotten, actually, right around there the first time. Was right on that tile. So, all of this that happened after that, you know. But yeah, so the goal would have been to get this out of there, and then we would have won based on how many people we got out. Would have been, you know, if everyone had gotten out, that's even better. But if we lose people, you know, that's still a victory, but not as good a victory. But that is how you play Sub Terra 2. As you can see, it's you don't want to stay in the collapse just in case it does collapse, because then, well, all of your characters die. And then game over. You have to be careful of these guardians because they hurt. They hurt you. Thankfully, they could also get rid of some of the rubble to help you get out, but then they're coming at you full force. And when this gets all the way to 0, the next time these lava goes, while everyone on them would have suffered 1 damage. We also would flip this. If we hadn't found this, game would automatically be over. But then this flips, and then every time the volcano activates, which is twice, it would turn over the one adjacent to it, and all the ones adjacent to it, and everything on there, well, other than these still somehow survive. But you flip it to be the way that it was, so it would be like that. So the artwork stays the same. Not that it really matters too much other than for Guardian movement. But then all ones adjacent to it would go. So like if this was flipped over already, then all of these would flip over as well. So I find that really interesting. And pretty much, if you haven't gotten out yet, you best be getting out soon. Because this flame goes up, and then every time you roll, that it expands out as well. So at the end of every round, it would go twice, and then every time that is rolled, it goes as well. So I do find that really interesting. We didn't get to come across that this game, but I have come across it, and it tenses it up a lot. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, just remember to have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.